Hello, dear students. In science, we are doing our chapter metals and non-metals, and we already studied about the physical properties of metals. Our next physical property of the metal is good conductors of electricity. Means metals are the good conductors of electricity. That's why the metals, the wires of electricity are made from the like copper wires. They are iron wires, aluminium wires. Here you can see electric circuits. These are the two electric circuits. Here this is the bulb and it's a switch, battery. They are connected with wires, and this bulb is not glowing because the switch is not on, or you can say here they are not connected. If it is connected, then this bulb will start to glow, because the electricity is conducted by these wires. And here between these this is the end of the this wire, and between this switch there is a air. So as you know, air is a poor conductor of electricity and heat, and this bulb will not glow. Electricity will not conduct through the wires if this switch is in off position. And when this switch is in on position, then bulb will start to glow because the wires are conducting. So it means the metals are the good conductors of electricity, and that's why they conduct electricity. And for the conduction of the electricity, we use iron wires, copper wires, aluminium wires. And you can see outside your home also, the wires or your electricity supply to your home is through the metallic wires. The next property of the metal is sonorous. Metals are the sonorous. The meaning of the sonorous metals are produces ringing sound. Metals are produces ringing sound when they are strike with some another objects. Like you see the this metallic uh, ring in the temples, or metallic ring in schools also. When they are strike, so they produces a sound, and due to this is only possible because they are made up of some metal. And here I show the picture of the cutlery. If you just strike two spoons with each other, then they produces a ringing sound. If you have some coins in your hand and you just pass the coins to another hand, then they also produces a sound, because the coins are made from some metals. So metals are produces a ringing sound. That's why they are called known as the physical property is known as the sonorous. This I'm listing here the properties of the physical properties of the metal. We are studied so far. Metals are the having the metallic lusters. They are hard. Generally, metals are hard, and malleability. Metals can be converted into the thin sheets. The property is known as the malleability. Metals are the can be drawn into the wires. The property is known as the ductility. Metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. We use the property of conduction of heat in our utensils. You see the metal, all the kitchen utensils are made from the metals. And we use the this property of conduction of electricity in our domestic purposes of supply the in electricity. Metals are the good means metals are the sonorous also. They produce the ringing sound. So these are the some physical properties of the metals. Next, we have to move to the non-metals. So what are the non-metals? As the metals are the electropositive in nature, and opposite to that, the non-metals are those substances which are electronegative in nature. Generally, metals and non-metals, properties of the metals and means everything is just opposite for the non-metals to that of the metals. Metals are the electropositive in nature, whereas the non-metals are electronegative in nature. What the meaning of the electronegative here? As metals can lose the electrons, so non-metals have the tendency to gain the electrons. So this property is known as the electronegative. Metals can gain the electrons. Some common examples of the metals like carbon, sulfur, iodine, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. There are so many non-metals. In If we count in our periodic table, there are approximate 22 non-metals exist in the periodic table. So again the same, our next question, why we study about the non-metals. So it is again important question, because we means there are so many applications, there are so many uses of the non-metals. That's why it is important for us to study about the non-metals. Like you know about the coal. This is I show the picture here. This is the coal, and coal is made from the carbon. So carbon is a non-metal, and this coal is used as a fuel. So in all fuels there is a maximum carbon is present. So it is important. It becomes more important for us to, because we are using in our daily life we are using uh, fuel in the form of carbon or other also. So it becomes very important for us to study about the non-metals, because it is important for us. You see the diamond is also a form of the carbon, or so, and so it is again a non-metal. That's why we have to study about the non-metals. Oxygen is given by the trees to us, and oxygen is a very important, you can say, uh, very important gas for us to breathe, which we breathe to for our survival. So oxygen is a non-metal, so that's why we have to study about the non-metals. And for the combustion purposes, for anything, if I show you here the rocket, not only for the rocket, but anywhere where is the combustion process or burning process is not possible, not feasible without oxygen. And oxygen again, it's a non-metal. And you see here, it's a fertilizer. We have studied about the fertilizers in our first chapter also. Fertilizer is made from the nitrogen, and nitrogen is a non-metal. We studied about that NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and which as a non-metal. So it is important for us to study about again for the non-metals. Here show the I show antiseptic lotion. Lotion is the main component of it is iodine. Iodine is used into the antiseptic lotion. So again the iodine is a non-metal. Physical properties of the non-metals, as I explain, the non-metals are just opposite to the metals. The properties are also just opposite to that of the metals. Metals have the luster. Metals are sonorous, malleable, ductile, good conductors of heat and electricity. But opposite to that, non-metals are, they don't have any luster. So they are dull in nature, you can say. Non-metals are dull in appearance. Non-metals doesn't have any uh, ringing sound when we strike. They can't be converted into the shades. They are brittleness, when we try to beat them, non-metals, they just break into the pieces. So non-metals are the brittleness. This property is known as the brittleness. They are not ductile. They can't be converted into the wires. And again, they are the poor conductors of heat. We cannot means transport the heat or electricity through the non-metals. If we try to cook the food into the means any if like we convert we just made the uh, our utensils with the coal, and we put that utensil on the uh, stop or burning in a heat, then that coal starts to burn itself. So we cannot convert any useful, we can say, objects. So because they are the not malleable, not ductile. Apart from this, metals are exist into the three states of matter. means they are solids, they are liquids, and they are also in gaseous form. Bromine is the only example which for the non-metals which exist into the liquid state. Other than this, metals are exist into the solid and into the gases also. Exceptions are always there. Mercury is the only metal exists as liquid. As I explained, metals are hard or they are exist into the solid, but mercury is the only exist into the liquid. Means mercury is the only metal which exists into the liquid state. Sodium and potassium are the two metals which are soft. Again, it is the same thing. Means I explained metals are hard, but there are the two metals which are not hard but they are soft metals, sodium and potassium are the two metals which are soft metals. They can be cut with the help of knife, means easily they can cut. If we talk about the iodine is a non-metal that has luster. As I explained, non-metals doesn't have any luster; they are dull. But iodine is a non-metal. Iodine is a non-metal which has a shine or luster. Diamond is a or allotrope. Diamond is allotrope or means another form of carbon. And carbon is a non-metal. It is this is the hardest substance ever known. Means the diamond is the which is a non-metal, but this is the hardest substance ever known. This is the exceptional case only. Graphite, another allotrope of the carbon, is a good conductor of electricity. As non-metals are poor conductors of electricity, but graphite, which is another form of carbon, which is only, you can say, non-metal. Graphite is the only non-metal that conducts the electricity. And bromine, as I explained, bromine is the only non-metal that exists into the liquid state. Bromine is a non-metal that exists into the liquid state. And other non-metals, approximate 10 non-metals are there which exist into the solid state, and 11 non-metals which exist into the gaseous state, and only one non-metal, that is a bromine, which exists into the liquid state. Thank you.